Welcome to Water Watch, where we have eyes on the Colorado River and Southwest water supply. In a very special first episode, we're taking a big picture look at Lake Mead and the Colorado River. More specifically, what's driving its decline, why it matters, and where things could go from here. Let's jump right in. Lake Mead, the nation's largest reservoir and cornerstone of the Colorado River system, faces a critical threat as water levels drop. According to current USBR outlooks, the reservoir is at risk of dropping to a new historic low in 2027. This decline intensifies concerns about the already strained water supply, which supports approximately 40 million people across 7 states and 2 countries. Lake Mead's ongoing depletion reflects the broader challenges of a Colorado River system under severe stress after more than 2 decades of drought, overuse, and mismanagement. Today, in late 2025, Lake Mead's water level reaches 1,057 feet above sea level, roughly 7 feet lower than this time in 2023 and around 25 feet lower than 2020. This translates to just 31% of the reservoir's total capacity. The water level is now sitting at 162 feet above dead pool, a stark indicator of the region's water scarcity. The total elevation of the lake at capacity is 1,229 feet, a level not seen since the 1980s. And the so-called bathtub ring is an indication of the drop. The receding shorelines and re-emerging landscapes are now visible to tourists and locals alike, underscoring the severity of the decline. And it's not only boat wrecks. Kind of an eerie sight, huh? We recently found a handgun in a dried up part of the lake while hiking on our main channel. If the current USBR outlook holds, the water level could continue receding below these levels again soon. For Las Vegas and Henderson, which depend heavily on Lake Mead for their municipal water supply, the implications are profound. Continued declines could lead to higher water costs, stricter conservation measures, and growing pressure on utilities to secure alternative sources, all against the backdrop of a metro area that has expanded dramatically from Mount Charleston to Mesquite and down to the lake itself. Still, Southern Nevada has made significant conservation gains amidst its growth. According to the Southern Nevada Water Authority, per capita water use has dropped by up to 58% between 2002 and 2023, even as the population grew about 52% in the same period. Nearly all indoor water is reclaimed and returned to Lake Mead via the Las Vegas Wash, creating a virtual reuse loop. Along with this, Las Vegas took another step in securing its low water level future with the construction of the third intake on the very floor of Lake Mead. This will allow the Las Vegas Valley Water District to provide municipal water even after Hoover Dam were to hit dead pool. Despite all this, as one regional analyst put it, conservation alone cannot offset the challenges posed by a shrinking resource. You can't conserve your way out of a sinking ship. And it's not only Las Vegas. Growing metro areas from Denver to St. George to Phoenix, LA, and Tijuana all affect the Colorado River. And these aren't even the biggest water users either. Agriculture in the arid Southwest has long been taking its toll on the river in the most severe forms. Water-intensive crops like alfalfa, almonds, and cotton have all been grown for decades using Colorado River water. Some controversial water users even use the crops solely for export because they are not permitted to grow these crops in the arid climates of their own country. We are going to get into all of these issues as the Water Watch unfolds. Now, solving some of this water waste and overuse may seem fairly easy, but replenishing Lake Mead and the Colorado River more broadly is a much more formidable task. Hydrologists emphasize that a single wet year won't reverse the current decline. Real recovery would require not only cutback in conservation, but multiple consecutive winters with above average snowfall in the Rockies, which is the most critical source of water for the mighty Colorado. Roughly 80% of upper basin flow comes directly from melting snowpack, according to the USGS. Yet the snowpack itself is also under threat. The upper Colorado River basin has lost about 20% of its naturalized flow over the past century. Along with this, use and demand increases from east of the Rockies with river diversions all the way down to Tijuana. These conditions are all exacerbating the ongoing drought that is classified as severe to extreme across the Southwest. This is just 50 years after both reservoirs were spilling due to historic floodwaters. In 1983, the Glen Canyon Dam sustained critical damage in its spillways from the flows. Reclamation officials were hoping on a wing and a prayer that the river flows would subside before anything worse happened. Today, these conditions seem almost unimaginable. Without meaningful increases to inflows or drastic reductions in overuse, Lake Mead's trajectory will force hard decisions about how much water goes to cities, farms, and states that rely on the Colorado River. Lake Mead, along with its upstream counterpart Lake Powell, support not only the Southwest water supply, but also hydroelectric power for millions of households. A lack in the ability for either to produce power is forcing the USBR to pursue alternate energy projects like solar as part of the solutions as well. Because Hoover Dam on Lake Mead is older than Glen Canyon Dam on Lake Powell, there is increasing pressure on water managers to focus on which reservoir is more important. Decisions may soon need to be made about which reservoir receives priority when the water gets tight, an issue often referred to as fill Mead first. We'll dive much deeper into that in future episodes, but for now, if you want to understand the upstream side of things, check out our deep dive on the Glen Canyon Dam and Lake Powell. It's critical for getting the full picture. Once a symbol of abundance in the arid Southwest, Lake Mead now serves as a sobering reminder of the region's vulnerability. If projections hold, the reservoir's decline in 2027 below its lowest levels back in 2022 could reshape water management strategies across the Colorado River basin. Addressing this crisis will require coordinated efforts, innovative solutions, and acknowledgement of the trade-offs involved, which we haven't seen much of, honestly. In fact, the 7 river basin states just missed the USBR deadline to propose a joint solution. We're going to cover that in next Water Watch, so stay tuned. What do you think could help save the Southwest water supply? Should we push for large-scale desalination, explore alternate power sources like fusion, cut back on wasteful irrigation, or maybe rethink urban sprawl? Let us know in the comments. And check out this video to learn more critical info on the Southwest water situation.